Do your kids fast? And what would you say to someone saying, "Hey, how could kids fast? They're still growing, they're still developing, they get the calories."
Yeah, I mean, I'll say three things on this. One is that, and again, I'm just saying this just to prove the point, but I'm a 6'3" something guy, 272 pounds, unfortunately, and I've been fasting since I was 7. Since I was 7, I didn't lose inches. I didn't become everything worked out. Everything worked out. But with that said, though, I still keep that tradition going. So every one of my children since the age of 7 has been fasting. Now, they are not necessarily intermittent fasting for kids. I don't recommend them going more than 12 hours in a day. But I do think they should do the plant-based food. And when I say this, you guys have to keep in mind, as an Orthodox Christian, we spend like 180 to 200 days a year in this fasted state, sort of in different cycles. So I do take them along for the ride. Wednesdays and Fridays, 48 days leading up to Easter, 40 some days leading up to Christmas, certain fasting schedules throughout the summer. We have a health crisis. There are 10-year-olds now that are so obese that the new standard is to check them to make sure they don't have high cholesterol. We are seeing heart attacks in people in their 20s. That was unheard of. You were talking to an ER doc that trained in the 70s, and you're a 25-year-old with chest pain. He's rolling his eyes before he even goes into the room, being like, oh my gosh, like, what is this person doing here at 3 a.m? However, in the modern day, that might not be a ridiculous thing anymore. There are plenty of people at a young age, we've never seen it before, that are having heart attacks in their 20s. They're developing diabetes, and it's not type 1 diabetes, but type 2 diabetes at a very young age. It's all diet and cultural induced. And so I bring this up to say that I think that we have a healthcare crisis in America that's so systemic and so deep that I think even a child as young as 7 in this pathway would do well by cleaning up their diet.